A few thoughts now on the newest efforts of the Dems, the left, the deep state to subvert the Trump administration and to try to damage President Trump in any way they can with the help of the national left-wing national media, of course. Earlier today, deep state spy master, former director of national intelligence, James Clapper, was at it again, talking his usual spook speak that enthralls only the deadheads on Capitol Hill. Clapper, who previously has admitted there is not a scintilla of evidence that President Trump or his campaign ever colluded with the Russians, traveled all the way to Canberra, Australia, to tell Australia's National Press Club about the difference between Watergate and the concocted claims of collusion with the Russians.
I have to say, though, that I think, compare the two, that Watergate pales really, in my view, as compared to what we're confronting now.
Wow. What? What did he say? What can he possibly mean? Clapper has admitted for months there is no evidence of collusion. In a March 20th interview, Clapper said this, quote, "We did not include any evidence in our report that had any reflection of collusion between members of the Trump campaign and the Russians." Some 2 months later on the same program, Clapper said this, quote, "At the time I left, I did not see any smoking gun, certitude evidence of collusion." And as recently as last week, Clapper told CNN this, quote, "I saw no direct evidence of political collusion between the campaign and the Trump campaign and the Russians," end quote. Yet his latest comments, these comments from the former director of national intelligence, are now simply laughably contradictory and typical of Clapper's often uneven grasp of his own record and the reality that he has previously described. Conveniently, they come just one day before Comey's testimony before the Senate Intel Committee. And of course, because those remarks were released a day early, we now know that Mr. Comey will support President Trump's statement that he is not and was not under investigation by the FBI, which simply blows up the Dems' pathetic efforts to attack our president and try to subvert both his administration and the will of the American people. Now, Clapper's time has long since gone, his usefulness to the deep state and the Dems long past. In fact, as you will learn in tomorrow's Comey Committee hearing, no one can help the Dems now. And truthfully, no decent person should even try.